These are the 4 most improved subclasses in D&D 2024. Now, let's roll initiative. Did you ever wanted to play a certain character concept, but sadly, the subclass was terrible? Well, now with the new player's handbook, you'll have a lot more spells, feats, species, and subclasses. All subclasses that will be redesigned. So, you are in luck, because with this new player's handbook, all subclasses that were trash now are decent and even good. Let's start to explore them. Berserker. The Berserker of the original player's handbook was horrible. So every time you wanted to use the main level 3 feature, Frenzy, you also gained a level of exhaustion. Depending on the level of exhaustion that you were, it will give you different debuffs. And at level 6, it will kill you. It is funny, the subclass could literally kill you. Okay, it's unlikely that you're going to die at the subclass, it's 6 levels of exhaustion. But still, 1 or 2 levels of this debuff will be horrible. If it will give you disadvantage on ability checks and half of your speed. So, big detriments for just 1 attack. The 2024 Berserker has changed a lot. The first thing that changed is at level 1, like the rest of the martial classes, you are going to get weapon mastery. Basically, at level 1, Old Barbarian will gain mastery over 2 weapons, obtaining their mastery features. There are great mastery properties to make a lot of damage, like Cleave with the Great Axe, or Grace with the Great Sword. Other mastery properties gives us a little bit of battlefield control, like the case of Slow with the Javelin. Weapon mastery is one of the best things that comes from this player's handbook, and I am so excited for this. Now, if we focus on the subclass, it is clear that, well, we don't gain more attacks, but with the first attack that we do when we activate our rage, we make more damage. A number of d6s equal to your rage bonus. Okay, this could mean less damage than 1 extra attack, but it's also free. We don't gain exhaustion from it, so it's a great improvement. You can play your subclass without thinking that you are going to die for it. And the rest of the features have also improved. For example, now Mindless Rage is a bit more strategical for being Mindless Rage. It basically lets you end any charm or frighten effect. So this is great for any campaign that is heavy on mind control, frightening, or charming. I'm looking at you, Strat. We will also gain retaliation at level 10. Even before. And I'm very sure that that stacks with Frenzy. So you can activate Frenzy at level 10 if you're hit twice per turn, even more damage. To sum it up, it's the perfect subclass. If you want to have a giant weapon, make a lot of damage, and scream with reckless abandon. And now, without exhaustion. Assassin. Assassin, the class that fantasizes about finishing their enemies quickly and through the shadows. And that 5e for doing that fantasy also requires your whole team to be stealthy. First of all, surprise rules really suck in 5th edition. You needed your whole group to surprise someone in order to gain any sort of advantage. But the advantage was too much. A whole turn for your group. That could really end an encounter in one go. And why even roll for that? If an encounter already decided, why to even play? Classic Assassin used those rules to one-shot people with critical hits. But you required a group that follow your stick. No heavy armor paladins, no scale armor, no low stealth characters. You need a group with people that were good at dexterity and a druid or a ranger that had pass without trace. With that, okay, you could make that normally, but it's almost impossible to build a party around just one character. Now, Assassinate gives us advantage on initiative checks, and also we gain less damage but more consistent. We only need to hit someone before they have a turn in the first round of combat, and we will be able to add our level of rogue as extra damage. High initiative is also great because we are going to get weapon mastery and cannon strikes. Qualify with cannon strikes. It's basically a way to forgo a little bit of sneak attack damage at low level send to be 1d6 for an extra effect. Either make an enemy prone, be able to run away without an attack of opportunity, or poisoned an enemy. So high initiative will make you go before an enemy and probably either make him prone or poison him, which is great. At level 9 we will get Infiltration Expert that lets us mimic a creature's speech patterns or a writing if we studied them 1 hour before. So it's a cool ribbon feature, nothing to write home about, but the important thing here is Robin Aim. We will be with Robin Aim impersonating Legolas himself. We will be very good at shooting arrows. Basically, we'll be able to steady aim, and after that, move away. Steady aim is very good, but the rogue is very squishy. If you use it in a bad moment, you will be in trouble. Robin Aim, it's great for attacking with advantage, for free almost, and going away after. And at higher levels, we will get more damage with Death Strike and our poisons. Death Strike follows similar path to Assassinate, with less damage, but more possibilities of using it. So, instead of a mixed bag of features that you really never used, and impersonating features that were very specific, you gain a powerful rogue archer with good damage, possibility of changing the battlefield, and a lot of chances to impersonate or run away from different scenarios. Great Old One Warlock. Okay, as my name suggests, yes, I love warlocks. They offer so much creativity in the narrative and the mechanical aspect of the game that I can just not get enough. And Great Old One was the first warlock that I ever played. I love the concept. I love H.P. Lovecraft. And the subclass was fun, but very, very, very flawed. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't as bad as the Berserker or the Assassin, but it didn't represent well the flavor of this type of subclass. Now, it has improved a lot. At level 3 you get Awakened Mind. That lets you talk with other party members, for example, or their creatures. If the creature moves miles away, you will still be able to talk with them a number of minutes. That will level up with your warlock level. So that is good. It is kind of like a small rise telepathic bomb for you another player, but it is very good because there are some moments that you want to talk with the party members, but there are other people in the scene that you don't want them to know what you are planning. So it is good. At level 3 we also change damage of our spells to psychic, and whenever we cast a spell of the illusion or enchantment schools, we are able to make them without verbal or somatic components. So no counter spell, and also for little situations whenever you want to invade someone's mind or show an illusion in a ballroom. Hey, it is great to have because no one will know you're casting a spell. At level 6 we will gain Clairvoyant Combatant. Basically, we will make a side connection with an enemy. They will need to roll a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, our attacks will have advantage against them, and their attacks will have disadvantage against us. It's great for big or very difficult enemy. And it's good because the previous ability Entropic Guard gives you defenses, but this gives you even a better defense because it's for 1 minute and it improves all your attack. Either with Eldritch Blast or with the Pact of the Blade. Both options will be amazing with this. And at level 10, we get the perfect Hex. With Eldritch Hex, our enemies will also have disadvantage, not only in ability checks, with the ability score that we choose, but also they will have disadvantage saving throws. And that is huge. Whenever a new player gets to use a Warlock and they cast Hex on someone, they think that abilities check also refers to saving throws. They're completely different. If Hex normally affects the saving throws, it will be broken, it will be busted. So with this at level 10, we gain the possibility of teamwork with our allies. We cast Hex, maybe we cast an Eldritch Blast or something else with our action. And maybe if the Bard of the Wizard goes next, he can make a devastating spell to target a saving throw. Or hell, with Weapon Mastery, even the Barbarian or the Rogue will be able to do something cool with it for sure. And as the capstone of this subclass, we will get Great Thrall. The old Great Thrall was trash, and this is an A or S tier feature. So with this, we'll be able to summon an aberration. But it will be a lot stronger than any other summon aberration from any other subclass or class. And outside of that, it will be concentration free. Concentration is the bane of the caster that summon creature. So a free aberration that will follow us for a full combat. It's action economy and it's even stronger than normal ones. And just that Mind Flayer pet to add to a battlefield, it's really fun. It's really fun. I love Mind Flayer, so that is really cool. Champion. I know. It's the most basic subclass of the most basic class. And if you are a human, you are the most basic character. But now it works. The basic subclass gave you the fantasy of a strong warrior with chances of making deadly hits with his weapon, but it really gave you 5% more chances of going a critical hit. It was very similar to playing a fighter with any sort of subclass. Now thankfully that has changed. Obviously you still got more chances of going critical hits, but now normally as a fighter you get more weapon masteries. Fighter is the class of the weapon masteries. Even from low levels you'll have a lot more of tactical nuisances and things to think about in the battlefield. Outside of that, you will also get the possibility after a critical hit to reposition yourself in the battlefield and move away from an enemy, which is also good. And with Remarkable Athlete, we will get advantage on strength athletics checks and advantage on initiative rolls. Win initiative, it's great. Now that the fighter gets weapon mastery, being fierce in a combat encounter is great because you can set up strategies. Strategies like, for example, using the slow weapon mastery of the javelin to guide enemies from afar and always be outside their new range. For example, now at level 7 you will get one more fighting style, which is great because even if we have one already, second one, there is a lot of good fighting styles that will help any bit. For example, defense, still a very solid one for any sort of fighter that you're going for. At level 10, you get the reason why I add this class to this list. The best feature of this type of warrior. You get Heroic Warrior. Basically, whenever you start with an heroic inspiration are points similar to the basic inspiration of our current D&D, you will have the chance to roll a die. Now, it can be any sort of die, not only D20. It can be a damage die, it can be a bad inspiration die, it can be any sort of die. So that helps a lot. And it improves a lot of possible builds that we can go for. Connected with the weapon masteries. For example, let's say we go for a short sword. Short sword got the Vex ability, minus advantage on our next attack. Now, we will have, with multi-attack, a second hit with the short sword, and we will already have advantage. But if we failed and we don't get a nat 20, we'll get a third die. If we are really fishing for a crit, we'll get a 15% chance at this second attack to get a critical hit. Not because we get action surge with a lot of goodies to even improve those chances. So this is the crit build, I assure you that. And at higher levels, you will gain the chance to crit whenever you roll an 18. And your last feature, Survivor, will give you the chance to, with an 18, 19, be also able to be revived whenever you roll at the saving throw. Don't get me wrong, it's still very simple, but at least now you fulfill your fantasy and you are a lot stronger. It still completes that fantasy of a warrior with a body made of pure steel that doesn't have the best tactics necessarily, but with all his pure strength and ability, it's able to turn the tides of any combat. And that's everything for today's video. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more updates about shorts or other guides. Now, I'll see you in the next adventure.